Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Hello, hello. I don't know why my picture looks like that, but it does. A little cute little circle there. Welcome in. There's already some people in the chat. Oh, there we go. Okay. No, I like the circle better. We'll keep it with the circle. Welcome in. Sorry, we're running a little bit behind today. We went to go eat dinner at Chili's, and so we are just running a little bit behind. Welcome in to everyone who's already in the chat. I got set up super fast to do this, so bear with me. So we have been talking about my cruise that I took back in July. Me and my mom took a Disney cruise. And so we have been talking about that. I have done, and now this is the third stream that I have done about this Disney cruise that I have taken. And so let's get started for the third part. So I was on the Disney Magic, and we did a Bahamian cruise out of Port Canaveral. So our fourth day, we were at sea. So our fourth day was at sea day. So this day, hello Tina. This day is gonna be different for everybody. You're at sea there, so everyone's on board the ship. So we kind of had a plan in mind going into it. We knew that we wanted to do a spa appointment, and so we booked that at our booking date. So we woke up that morning and we ordered room service for our breakfast. And if you don't know, they have little door hanging tags to put on your door. You have to have them on your door by 3 a.m. in order to receive room service. And they'll tell you that if you ever do take a cruise, the tags will tell you, like, if you want room service in the morning, you need to have this tag on your door handle by a certain time, whatever. So we did room service. We ordered everything we needed. My mom's gluten-free, so they even had gluten-free options for breakfast. And then this day, day 4 at sea day, was actually churro waffle day. So if you've never been on a Disney cruise or you don't really know anything about the Disney cruise experience, churro waffles are Disney Cruise Line's big thing. That's what everyone looks forward to. Everyone wants churro waffle. So the night before, our waiter actually told us at dinner, he was like, make sure you're up and early. It's churro waffle day, and typically they do the churro waffles only one day on the cruise, one morning on the cruise, and you have to go to the quick service buffet line to get your churro waffles. So we also had a spa appointment that morning, and they were kind of staggered throughout the day because me and my mom were doing different things. So then we also went swimming. We had lunch at Cabanas, which was the quick service buffet there. It was our first time actually doing Cabanas because the food there was so good at the sit-down restaurants. We didn't really need to go to the buffet. And if you don't go to the buffet, then you don't have to see kids and families, and it's, yeah. So then after lunch, we decided to take a couple hour nap, and then we got ready for dinner at Rapunzel's. Again, Disney dining has rotational dining, and your cast members rotate with you as well. So you have the same cast members every night. The dining is always different. We were on a 4-night cruise, so we did do Animator's Palette twice because there was only 3 dining rooms. If you're on like a 7 to 14 day cruise, you're going to hit some of those dining experiences more than once. Then that night we had to pack, and I'll go through that a little bit. And then we did the Disney Dreams show, and then we had to have our luggage out in the hallways that night. So I'll go over a little bit about the Disney Dreams show and packing and having your luggage out in the hallway. Tina said this looks delicious. Yes, so this was at the pool bar at the adult only pool, and I had ordered something and the guy was like, I don't think you want that. And I was like, oh, okay, what do I want? And he was like, well, do you like fruity drinks? Do you like more like heavy on the alcohol drinks? Like, what do you like? And I say, I like really fruity, like pina colada type drinks or margarita type drinks. So he said, I got you. I got you. So he literally made something and I asked him, I said, what is this? He goes, I don't know. I just made it up in my head, but it tasted like strawberries and it was very, very good. And on Disney Cruise Lines, the straws, they're all edible. It's like a candy. So he gave me the strawberry one. So when you're done drinking out of the straw, you can eat it. Seriously, Disney has thought of everything. And they're pretty big straws too. They're very round. They're like a boba tea type straw. I will say though, they melt pretty fast when it's hot outside. So I ended up eating my straw and then drinking my drink. But so, like I said, it was churro waffle day. So I had a churro waffle with a side of like strawberry puree and then some syrup. Honestly, these churro waffles are so good. I 100% do not think that you need anything with them. I mean, that's how delectable they are. And that was our view that we had that morning from the ship. Yeah. So I actually packed, I hate paper straws. I mean, I get why Disney does it. Good for them. But I absolutely hate paper straws. But I packed my reusable straws just in case. But no, they have edible straws. There's 4 different flavors. There's a pineapple, there's a peach, a strawberry, and a lime. So when I had a pina colada on our first day, he gave me the lime straw because it went with the drink. And then I had the strawberry straw when I had that strawberry drink. So it was pretty cool. So churro waffle day, again, this is going to be the busiest day in your quick service area, buffet area. On the Disney Magic, it's Cabanas is what it's called. And then again, this is where we kind of set that churro waffle. Seriously, I will have dreams about it. I know that there is a place at Walt Disney World that you can get churro waffles too. I do know that they're available somewhere at Walt Disney World. I don't know if they're as good as this, but that thing, woo, top notch. So let me go back and kind of tell you a little bit about packing. So when you pack for getting off the ship the next day on your disembarkation day, if you want them to take your luggage off the ship for you, which I recommend, you will have to have your luggage out in the hallway by 10 p.m. Now, that could change depending on what kind of cruise you go on, whatever. But that's why I always recommend taking a carry-on bag as well, because we packed everything up and then we had a carry-on bag that stayed in the room with us. What Disney Cruise will do, is your last night at sea, in your room, you will find several things when you get back after dinner. There will be a green paper that with perforated like slices on it. That paper lists out, if you did your like tipping, like pre-tipping and everything, paid for prepaid gratuities, that's what this is for. Your green paper will be ready for you to go. It will have slices in it. So what you do is you tear it apart and you put each person's paper in an envelope that they give you. And then you will find your stateroom attendant will get one, your serving staff will get one. So that's how you do the prepaid gratuities. That is in your room the last night of your cruise. Also in your room the last night of your cruise is going to be a paper luggage tag. That paper luggage tag will have a certain color and a character on it. We got red Mickey Mouse. You will have to fill out that paper on your own. You'll write your first and last name, your stateroom, and then I think it asked for our mailing address, and it also asked if we were DCL transferred to a resort or not. So you fill that out, you put it on your luggage, and you put your luggage in the hallway by 10 p.m. And that is how they will pick your luggage up at night, and you will not have to carry it off the ship. When you disembark from the ship the next morning, you'll hear announcements that say, "Red Mickey, you are now allowed to disembark from the ship. Green Pluto, you are now allowed." And that's how you know, okay, it's my time to get off the ship. And I'll go over a little bit about that. So I'm not sure why they're only one day. It could be because if you have a longer cruise, I think they're at sea days. Like they're available on your at sea day only. And I think it's because they know everyone is going to be disembarking the ship at ports. They're not going to want to make all of those. Does that make sense? Like when we were ready to disembark on our lookout key day, the line to disembark was literally like 20 minutes long. No one was staying on the ship pretty much that day. It was a long line of people getting off. So I bet that if you're on don't quote me on this, if you're on a longer cruise with more at sea days, you may get churro waffles more. You also cannot order them on room service, so you've got to go get them. They do have gluten-free ones too. Okay. So there's the churro waffles. This was lunch or dinner. We had dinner at Rapunzel's that night. And take note, you will have breakfast on disembarkation day at the same dining experience you had your last night on the cruise. So our last night was Rapunzel's. I got a salad with cucumbers, carrots, kale in the middle. It had like a vinaigrette dressing over it. It was very, very refreshing. It was very, very good. It was called, what was it called? The Maximus salad or something like that. And then my actual meal was this pesto basil garlic pasta with that. Drawing a blank here. Drawing a blank. What are those? Someone help me. Scallops. Very, very good. It came with a lemon wedge that was toasted and very, very good. So the Rapunzel dining experience has a storyline to it. So and it's your dinner show. On the Magic, there's only one dinner show. So there's Lumiere's, Animator's Palette, and Rapunzel. Animator's Palette is like a show, but just on like the screens and the TVs. Rapunzel's is a dinner show, and this is her birthday celebration. So you are invited to her grand birthday celebration. That's why there's lanterns in the sky, because apparently, even though she's not lost anymore, she grew her blonde hair back and there's lanterns in the sky. But anyway, that's just me being a Disney nerd. I'm like, well, if her and Flynn are already married, her hair should not be blonde. But that's just me. But no one wants to see brown Rapunzel, so brown-haired Rapunzel. So this is her dinner show. So the chairs are super cute, the dishes are super cute, everything is like star and tower themed. So during the show, they sing the typical "At Last I See the Light," "I've Got a Dream." It's very, very cute. I would say that the performers had better voices at the Rapunzel Broadway show than they did this one. But also I like to tell clients that this is not a character meet and greet. Just like on the Wish, people were upset they didn't get to meet Elsa and Anna. These are dinner shows. They're not character meet and greets. It just so happened she came up to our table to say thank you for coming to her birthday celebration. So we got a quick picture with her, and then she asked everyone to join her in like a line dance around the restaurant. So I was still eating my food, but my mom was done. So my mom got up and did the little dance, and it was really, really cute. So after this, that was my dessert that I got. It was like a chocolate mousse. It was very, very good. The lights were flickering. It was just a very cute little show. And so this night we also did I have to look at the name again. The Disney Dreams show is what it was called. And the Broadway style productions are done twice a night so that everyone can attend, even if you have different, so even if you have different dining times, you're still able to attend these Broadway style shows. The Disney Dreams show was my favorite. We saw 3 of them, and it was by far my absolute favorite show. And it actually has won awards for lots of different stuff. So we thoroughly enjoyed this. Right after dinner, we took a few pictures, headed to the theater. It's where they show, and it'll tell you in your app all of this information, but it's where they showed the movies the movies is in the same spot as the theater shows. So this show was about a little girl who loves Disney, but she's growing up. And so Peter Pan comes to visit her in her dreams. And she tells him, like, I want to fly. Like, I don't want to grow up. I want to still make believe and pretend and live my Disney dreams, live my Disney fantasies. She was like, I don't want to grow up. So Peter was like, you don't have to grow up. You don't have to grow up at all. These things are real. Magic is real. And he takes her through different Disney stories. And I mean, it was incredible. We got to see in her dreams, she dreams about Elsa and Anna, and she gets to meet them. She dreams about the Lion King, and the Lion King was the last dream she had, and it was about her finding her voice, finding her roar. And if you love the Lion King show at Animal Kingdom, oh my gosh. The singers and performers that are in this show are phenomenal. So she goes through so much. She goes through Woody and Buzz. She goes through so many Disney characters, Disney stories. And then the clock strikes at midnight and she has to fly, or else she is going to grow up. She won't be a kid anymore. She will grow up. She won't have any Disney dreams. She won't have any Disney memories. And she eventually flies, and Peter flies with her. And it was just the best show. Like, honestly, it was so good. I've always wondered why we meet Rapunzel with long blonde hair in certain situations, because I'm like, she's like not lost anymore and she cut her hair off. But that's just me. So that was the Disney Dream show. Phenomenal. Best one of our cruise for sure. So that is the red tag I was talking about. That's what our red tag looked like. It was red and it had Mickey Mouse on it. There were probably 6 different colors and 6 different character combinations. And so, the first people were like told they could get off the ship at like 7 a.m. I'm not kidding you. So again, you can go to the buffet, but we were told to go to your sit down meal because it was better. It was more entertaining. You're still with your wait staff, and there were no children bothering you in the buffet. So that's what we did. So that's we took a picture of our tag that we put on our luggage just so we did not forget what group, color, and number we are. Then you need to find where you are going next. So if you are taking Disney transportation to a resort, they tell you when the buses are leaving, and they're not kidding. 9 a.m. sharp, those doors closed, and they were off. And that's every single Disney resort bus. There were probably 6 of them lined up. So once we disembarked, we headed down the tunnel, down the elevator. We saw the "See you soon" sign. You turn a corner, and there's cast members there asking for your color, your character. You find your luggage, and then to officially get out of the terminal, you do have to show your passport, ID, whatever it may be, a birth certificate again. So make sure you have that with you and it's available to get quickly so you can get off the ship quickly. Again, for our cruise, it told us on the letter Disney buses left at 9 sharp. We were up at about 6:30. We were eating by about 7:15, 7:30, finished around 8:15, and at that time is when our color was called. So we got off the ship, we ate, used the restroom, got one more look at the atrium. And then we were able to disembark. Yes, I take a picture of it because they will ask you for your color to get your luggage. And when I tell you, it's like it is a terminal. It's like an airport. There's, the blue Daisy is over here. The purple Minnie is over here. The Pluto's over there. It is spaced out. So if you don't know your color and character, you're going to be looking a long time for your luggage. And it has nothing to do with your room number either. I did figure that out. So yeah, it kind of is random. So make sure to take a picture of that, of your luggage tag when you're getting off. So we got off the terminal, went through, disembarkation and everything. And then we hit the Disney Cruise Line bus that took us to our resort. Yeah, disembarkation day is sad, but here's what I figured out. We did a pre-cruise stay for one night and an after-cruise stay. It made it so much easier to get off that ship. I'm just saying. I think I figured it out. You have to stay before and after. So our Disney bus left at 9 sharp and we were off. We took that transfer to Port Orleans French Quarter. We were the first stop, actually. There were 4 other resorts that this bus was stopping at. We were the first stop. So I want to say we got dropped off at 11 a.m. We checked our bags into bellhop service, but our room was ready at least by noon, if not before. So we decided not to go to the water park, even though you have that free water park day on your check-in day. And this is the reason: my clients were actually on the same cruise with us, staying at Pop Century after the cruise. So she had already, the kids had got dressed. They had gone to I think they went to Blizzard Beach. And she texted me and she said, "Don't come here." She said, "Do not even think about coming here." She was like, "It is so busy. No." And so I was like, okay. So Mom and I decided just to use the pool at the resort. We were like, you pay for the resort, you might as well use the pool. So after we used the pool, we sat out there for a couple hours. We decided, since we had annual passes, we went back to the room, we showered, and we got dressed to go to Hollywood Studios for dinner. So we had dinner at Hollywood Studios and we rode a few rides, and we were back at our resort. We did not stay for Fantasmic or anything. So we were back at our resort ready for the next couple of days. So again, Port Orleans French Quarter is known for the Mickey beignets. So when we got there, the first beignets that we ate were the gluten-free beignets, just because my mom wanted to try them too. And I was like, I'm not going to eat 3 beignets by myself. So we did try the gluten-free ones at first. They were super good. I don't know why they're not in the shape of Mickey, but whatever. They have their reasons. Super good. You can either choose a chocolate sauce or a caramel sauce. So we got the chocolate sauce. I think they're better without the sauce, though. I don't think you need the sauce for them. So when our room was ready, I will say this is a moderate resort. Port Orleans French Quarter is a moderate resort. It has been around for a long, long time. When I stayed at Disney World in the 90s, it was 1995. It was my first trip to Disney. It was my birthday trip. We actually stayed here, but back then it was called Dixie Landing Resort. And Port Orleans French Quarter and Riverside were combined. They were both Dixie Landing together. And so my mom had a full circle moment staying at this resort. She was like, I remember staying here for the first time. So it was pretty cool. So we absolutely loved this resort. This was top-notch resort. I've only done one other moderate resort. I've done Caribbean Beach. French Quarter was amazing. I mean, it's the smallest resort. So everything is very, very close together. The room was huge. These rooms are also newly renovated to Princess Tiana. And so you can see the beds there, the 2 beds, and the headboards have reading lights in them and lamps overhead. There's the coffee station. Tina, we stayed there like December 1st through like December 8th of 1995. That's when we were there. It was my mom, my dad, me, and my like 5-month-old baby brother. So maybe we saw each other. Who knows? And then there's a seating area with a couch and a table. This couch is not a pull-out couch, so this does only sleep 4 adults max. So, we ate lunch there. My mom got like a bacon blue cheese cheeseburger. And then it was our first trip ever too, Tina. That's so funny. Yeah, it was literally our first Disney trip. For my birthday, I turned 5, I think. Yeah. So I got the shrimp po' boy. It was very, very good. It was spicy. It had a kick to it. And my mom got like a bacon, a gluten-free like bacon chicken blue cheese sandwich or something. She said it was very, very, very good. And then I decided to get the regular Mickey beignets because I was like, I'm here, I'm doing it. So this was all on our check-in day. We were there for the second night of the Starlight Parade. So we went to the second night of the Starlight Parade. So that first day we went to Hollywood Studios just for dinner, rode a few rides. The next day we kind of just lingered around the resort a little bit. We hit the Magic Kingdom bus and we had lightning lanes for that day. Because let me tell you, I may be broke, but I'm not waiting in line 70 minutes broke. We don't stand in lines. So we had our lightning lanes stacked up for that day. And we were there for the second night of the Starlight Parade. And so what we did is we saw the second parade because check the app. Besides party dates, there's typically 2 parades a night. We saw the last one of the night and we watched it right by the Christmas shop facing Sleepy Hollow and the castle. So I think we had a great view. No one was over there. We got a great view of the castle. We had a great view of the floats and we really enjoyed it. I would say the only downside to this parade was there weren't as many performers in the street around the floats and in between the floats as I would like. The music was really great. The floats themselves were really great. but I would have liked to see more dancers, performers around the float. But I've now seen it. I've only seen it once, and Will and Dawn have seen it as well. So these are our pictures from that day. Of course, we had to get in Haunted Mansion and Seven Dwarves. And then the next day we went to Epcot and I ran into Dean the Bean. Actually, it was funny. He was at Epcot that day and he had told me because he knew we were coming in. And I said, you know what? My mom has never done a full day at Epcot. Up until that point, she'd been to Disney with me probably 2 or 3 times, and we had never spent a whole day at Epcot. So I told Dean, I was like, you know what? We can meet you at Epcot. That sounds great. So we did a full day at Epcot. We met Dean first. So we got dropped off by the buses. So we came in the front of the park, which is unusual for me because typically I do ride the Skyliner in and come in the back. But we met Dean right underneath Spaceship Earth. We said hi, talked to him for a little bit. And then he was leaving. And we were going to go, I think we had to hit Guardians. And then our next day was our checkout day. And for checkout day, you do have to be out by 11 or 12. They gave us a late checkout at 12 because we didn't fly out until like 11 p.m. that night. So if you're staying at Port Orleans French Quarter, in order to get to Disney Springs, you take the riverboat. So we took that riverboat. It was such a cool experience. We got to see the tree houses and we got to see a lot of stuff. It was really cool. We got to see some of the golf course. So we took that riverboat over to Disney Springs and we ate at Paddlefish. And eating at Paddlefish was really cool. Our waiter is actually the son of a Disney legend performer who also has a Netflix show. He plays Bruce in the Finding Nemo show. He came up with the stuff for all the Hoop-Dee-Doo musical review. So we actually ate with, like, his son was our waiter at Paddlefish. It was really, really cool. And so that's what we did. We went to the Christmas shop and I got a couple Christmas ornaments at Disney Springs. This was truly, for July, this was the only scorching hot day that we had, which I was super thankful for. It did start to thunderstorm, so they closed the riverboat, so we did have to take a bus back to our resort. And that is it, the end for my Disney cruise experience. And if you don't know what carpet that is, we cannot be friends. But the fun's not over because I just went to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party on August 24th. We were there from that Sunday to that Wednesday. Brian, don't say that because August, I have now been in June, July, August, and May. Do you want to know what the hottest month was that I've been? May. Scorching hot. Actually, when I was there in August, the 24th through the 27th, I think it's the best weather I've ever had at Disney. The best weather. So I just went to Disney for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, and I'm about to leave on my first Royal Caribbean cruise, September 15th through 19th. So I may have to do, like, I don't know, something for that because I'm kind of excited about it. So here's my business card too. I'll come back to that in a minute. Oh, wait. I had pictures on here. Hold on. Let me remove that. Because I had pictures from I put pictures from our trip that we just took from the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. So we actually met my best friend and her family, me and my mom did, at Disney for the Not So Scary Halloween party. Okay, let me see if it comes up now. Pooh. Hold on. So we, for this trip, we stayed at All Star Sports, which is where my friend and her family was staying. We flew in Sunday super early. I mean, like, we were literally um probably the first flight out of Love Field. Flew in super super early that Sunday. We got I'm telling you, you went at a hot, you and Jennifer went when I think that they were seriously in like an actual like weather alert. Like hot. Yeah, some of the hottest days I've ever had, Tina, have been in October. I mean, there's been times Will and I have been there in October and November and literally sweated through our clothes. But I will say, yeah, it when you and Jennifer went, I was praying for y'all because seriously, I heard that it was hot, hot, hot. Okay, let me see if this brings up my new pictures that I put in. So, okay, here we are. So we went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party a couple Sundays ago with my best friend. We flew in. We went straight to All Star Sports. We use Mears Transportation. It's the cheapest option, and honestly, I've never ever had to wait for a bus, and we've always been one of the first stops. It was only $35 round trip for two people to use Mears. Now, here's where the frustrating part came in, and I try to be patient because I know our room, it was not ready until 5:15, and at that point we were already on the bus to the party. So my friend Casey Garrett and their three girls did go to the water park that day, but the problem was we did not go to the water park because it kept thundering and lightning on and off. So the water park was open, but you couldn't get in the water. And so Casey texted me and she was like, don't even come because they keep closing the pool. So we are like, okay, we'll just stay at the resort. We ate. I bought a lot of pins, which I have somewhere. I don't know where I put my pin bag that I bought. We bought a lot of pins. Trying to complete a few sets that we have. I'm really close to completing the Disney Duck pin set. And we had to get changed in the bathroom at our resort and then checked our luggage into bellhop service. We got on the bus probably around 3:45. The party doesn't start till 7, but you can get in at 4. I always recommend getting in as early as you can. Now, when we got in, it was raining, but the rain cleared, thankfully. So when you enter, there is a specific entrance for the event. So you will get in line, you'll scan in for the event, and you'll get your wristband. It's going to be a different color. They do a different color wristband every night. And so we got there, we're in, and they take you through Tomorrowland. So you go the back entrance. There was no Mother Gothel at the entrance because it was raining, but they still had the DJ playing. And then you get your treat bag. I got a regular treat bag. My mom is gluten-free, so she got the teal bag for since like allergies and sensitivities and stuff. So this is where you get your party bag. And then no one was really here. It was pretty cleared out. Like So we decided take pictures in front of the castle. So I was Lightning McQueen. My mom was Mater. I chose that because my mom loves Mater. Um, she Mater and Cars is probably one of her favorite Disney movies ever. So I chose this. I got my tutus on Amazon. They were like $8. The shirts I had made on Etsy, they were about $15-20 each. And then my Cars ears that you can see better here, I got those at Disneyland when we went in like 2017, 18. Will knows the date. So we took pictures. And then so I like to do party exclusive things. I like to see the parades. I like to see the shows. That's what I'm there for. We did ride a lot of rides, but I didn't do much trick or treating, Brian, because that's not what I'm there for, honestly. I don't care about candy. I have candy at home. I'm there to ride rides and see all the shows. So lines are super, super short if you go to the party. They do not do lightning lanes, and this year nothing was on the what's that system called? Queue. Nothing was on the virtual queue this year. So we went ahead and just rode rides. I think the longest wait that we had was probably 20 minutes for Pirates, and that's honestly because the party hadn't officially started yet. But always make sure to look at that party guide, which I got a lot of them. Um we walked on pretty much most of the things that we did. Tiana's was a 5-minute wait, which is awesome because I don't think it's worth like any more than a 30-minute wait. We rode Haunted Mansion last thing at night and it was a walk on. Because it was raining though, they didn't have like the live actors out. But make sure to pick up that party guide because it'll tell you where all of the performers are. There's like a pirate band performance. There's the cadaver dance. There's obviously the stage show, the fireworks, 2 parades. So make sure to check that out. There's Powerline Max that I saw. I didn't see him on Main Street, but I did see him performing at Cosmic Rays. So we did not do a lot of trick-or-treating until the very end of the night. And my mom went to the allergy friendly location. So what you do is when you go through trick or treat lines, they give you these little tokens if you're allergy friendly, and you have to go. There's like 4 different allergy places you can go. You give them your tokens and they give you like a bag of allergy candy, like allergy free candy. To be completely honest with you, I picked up some too, and it was really good. It was really good candy. So the Reese's, like the peanut butter cups were actually made with sunflower butter, and I actually like sunflower butter. I'm not a big candy or sweets person. Will's the candy connoisseur in our family. I am not big into the like candy or sweets. So for me, the allergy friendly stuff was actually preferred because there were no food dyes in these candies. There was no gluten. There was no like peanut butter, which sometimes I have to be careful with how much peanut butter I eat because it causes migraines for me. But honestly, the teal pumpkins is how you know that's where the allergy stuff is, the allergy friendly stuff. I actually loved it. Like it was really good candy. And then we took a couple of pictures as we were exiting. Again, go into the party knowing you are not going to do everything. You just aren't. You have to know what you want to do. And for me, I like doing the party exclusive stuff. I like riding the rides without long wait times. I like getting the party merch, and I could skip most of the trick or treating. It's just not what I'm there for. When I pay that price to get into a party, I want the party exclusive stuff. But no, I mean, we didn't do any character meet and greets because even Tigger and Pooh at one point had like a 70-minute wait. And that's not worth it to me. Yeah, Disney is they're so good about their dietary needs. And being a travel agent, and actually seeing my mom have to go through it in the parks, it's just they're top notch at what they do with dietary needs and stuff. And I mean, they gave my mom so much candy. So, that was the party. We had a lot of fun. Again, go into it knowing what you want to do. You're not going to get to everything. I did buy a pass holder t-shirt, and we were there longer. We went to Epcot with my friend Casey and had a girls' day at Epcot, and it was phenomenal. It was just like one of the best days I've ever had. And then we did an Animal Kingdom day. So we had a lot of fun. We did a lot of stuff. I don't know if you can tell this in the background right up here. We made mosaic tile art at Coronado Springs too. It was just really fun, priced really reasonable. We had such a great trip. The weather was amazing. We got to ride a minivan for the first time, which was so cool. We had so much fun with that. And our minivan driver had just gotten his blue legacy tag, which I thought was so cool. He said, I literally just got it and then picked y'all up. He was amazing. But the party, I did get the pass holder t-shirt, which I don't even know where it is. I put it somewhere. I can't remember where I put it. It may be in this pile of clothes. I don't even know. I did get the pass holder t-shirt. I did get a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party pin. They were already out of the pass holder pins, so I did not get one of those. But I did get these. I'm super excited about these. So they have the Stitch popcorn bucket throughout the day. That's not a party exclusive. Let me remove this real fast. So that is not a party exclusive, the Stitch Mummy popcorn bucket. But right at, it was like 6:45, we were standing in Tomorrowland, and that popcorn stand had just opened, and they put out their Jack Skellington popcorn buckets. So his arms move, his head moves. Everything moves on him. His arm. This is the side that the popcorn goes in. So the popcorn goes, ew, there's actually popcorn in that. Ew, gross. So that's what the popcorn goes in. And then right here, you have Zero. You have some of Sally's stuff right here and this pumpkin. This pumpkin and Zero actually light up when it gets dark. So it just gets dark and they light up. There's no like button or anything. It just lights up when it's dark. So we got Jack. He bends over too. Yeah, he's super cool. I had to have him. And then I hadn't seen this at all until I saw somebody actually dressed up as Sally in the parks and was holding this. And I was like, where did you get that? And she said, Pecos Bills. But I found it at the quick service location by Winnie the Pooh. It's the sipper. It's the mayor. It's the sipper. It's a sipper. You drink out of his hat. And he does turn. I have him locked into place right now, though. He does turn. He's got batteries in him, but Will and I have yet to figure out what he does. But he has batteries. There's 2 batteries right here. There's one right here and one on the other side. We just don't know what he does. But he does. You turn his hat to put the drink in, and his face turns, which I think is so cool. I just had to have him. So yeah, his hat comes off, and that's how you put the drink in. And then you drink out of his hat. So he's the party exclusive sipper. The lanyard does say Disney Parks on it, so I feel like he will be at Disneyland soon. I don't know, Tina. There's literally no button or anything on him, but he's got 2 batteries. And I honestly, I had not seen this at all, like on any social media. Nobody had said anything about him. So when I saw him there, I was like, "What?" And I had to get him, obviously. But I don't know, but there's batteries in him. He doesn't just light up on his own, because I carried him all night at the party. But Will said maybe he talks, but I can't figure it out. So if you know, let me know. But yeah, he is so cool. Like, I had to have him. So that's what I got at the party. We had a lot of fun. Again, this mosaic tile that's up there, right there, that art, so much fun. Every resort actually does it. It's just you can only pre-register for like Coronado Springs and a couple other places. So it was like $33.95, I think. And it was just so much fun. At Coronado Springs, they only had a Minnie Mouse in white and black and a Mickey Mouse in black. And that was your only choice. But I chose the white Minnie Mouse. My mom got the black Minnie Mouse. And it was a lot of fun. I had no idea that I would ever be grouting anything at Disney, but I did, and it was a lot of fun. Super reasonably priced. Took about 2 hours. Now there are other locations you can do it. The Contemporary does them. The Contemporary Resort does them as well, but they have a monorail and a 5-legged goat to choose from. No, you rotate his head like this. But maybe he's supposed to talk? I don't know. Will thought maybe he was supposed to talk. But I mean, there's clearly batteries in the bottom. Maybe they're in there. Maybe they're in there too for his head to turn. Like, because the girl showed me this is how you turn his head. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out. If I do, I'll let you know. But yes, so I will be on a Royal Caribbean cruise September 15th through 19th out of Miami. We are going to the Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which is Royal's private island in the Bahamas, and we're also doing a Nassau day. It's 4-night. I'm really excited. It's on the Wonder of the Sea, which is currently one of the largest ships that's out there, until one of their newer ships is actually about to sail, and then that will be the largest. But I will probably have to do a review of that. I was invited as a travel agent on this one. This was not something that I was like, oh yeah, I just really want to do this, let's go. It was something that was asked of travel agents for Let's Adventure Travel if we would like to attend this. And I said yes, and it happened to be during my mom's birthday, so she's coming with me as well. So we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I hope to have a lot to talk about. I've never done Royal before, so I'm excited. Again, I am Jillian Bone. I'm a travel agent specializing in all Disney destinations. I also do Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Celebrity, everything else, SeaWorld, Universal. If you can name it, I can probably sell it to you. I work for Mickey Travels and Let's Adventure Travel. Mickey Travels is an earmarked diamond agency. My contact information is right there. I'm also certified. I'm a certified autism travel professional, and it was just honestly my background in education and my love of kids that made me want to get my autism travel professional certification. If you scan that QR code right there, it'll take you to my Linktree account, which will take you to all of my quote forms and all of my social media. So again, I thank you for listening in. Dawn has put part 1 and part 2 of this show up. I just knew I couldn't finish it all. It's taken about an hour each time to kind of go through everything and finish up this stream. So thank you for listening in. I hope that I will get to do something about my royal cruise. So again, if you're needing a travel agent, even if you are an annual pass holder and just need a room, or if you're looking to cruise, or if you're going to Alani, I am here to help for that. Make sure to join Dawn and Will Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Central for their Tuesday night talks. This has been fun. Thank you for hanging out with me. And remember, even if you're doing the parties or anything at Disney, I can help with that as well. And you get a free travel guide and help when booking through me. Send people my way, and you may get a referral treat as well. So thank you. Have a great rest of your Saturday night. Have a great Sunday, and you will see Dawn and Will in a few days. And as always, don't forget to hurry back. Bye, everybody.